Can I share?
Okay, so
The option is host disable participant screen sharing.
so I will make you the host. Now I can make you co-host here. Okay, then.
So, okay, can you see my screen sharing?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Can I start now, Miss?
Yes, time is yours.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for the chances time and my sharing is introduction to film. First is definition of film. Film is a work of visual art used to simulate experience that communicate ideas, stories, perception, feeling, beauty, or atmosphere through the use of moving images. These images are generally accompanied by sound and more rarely other sensory stimulation. Next is history of film. Film emerging at the end of the 19th century. This new art form became one of the most popular and influential media of the 20th century and beyond. One of film that became remarkable for early generation was Le Voyage dans la Lune, or A Trip to the Moon, that was made at 1902 by French filmmaker Georges Méliès. Adapted from a novel by Jules Verne, it was nearly one reel in length, or about 825 feet, or 251 meters, or 15 minutes for duration. Here are for example of a scene of a trip to the moon. You can see representation of the moon is someone with a face that has makeup on, and the little black thing is a rocket that represented bring human to the moon. Okay, so next is filmmaking. Filmmaking or film production is the process by which a motion picture is produced. Film production consists of five major stages. First stage is development. Ideas for the film are created. Right to existing intellectual properties are purchased and accepted. And the screenplay is written. Financing for the project is sought and obtained. Next stage is pre-production. Arrangement and preparation are made for the shoot, such as hiring cast and film crew, selecting location, and constructing set. The next stage is production. The raw footage and other elements of the film recorded during the film shoot, including principal photography. The next stage is post-production. The image, sound, and visual effects of the recorded film are edited and combined into a finished product. The last stage is distribution. The completed film is distributed, marketed, and screened in cinemas and or released to home video to be viewed. One of the story that I know for the film production is a story about the film production of Pengabdi Setan or Sultan Slave that was made by Joko Anwar in 2017. That I saw one of video of the interview from the Joko Anwar. He said that he proposed to Rafi Film, the host production that had intellectual property of film Pengabdi Setan that was made in 1982. Joko Anwar said the Pengabdi Setan film was his childhood movie that he wanted to make a remake with the story with modern era. And the Rafi film is said okay, and they made the film shooting with casting like Basro, and the film production is held on the one of the old house on, if I'm correctly, is in West Java. And the distribution, like you can watch Pengabdi Setan that was released on 2017, and now you can saw the film on Netflix. If I remember, the Pengabdi Setan film has have gained more than 4.2 million views on theater. So if you follow Joko Anwar social media, you can see him posting a little teaser for the sequel of Pengabdi Setan. The title, if I remember, is named Pengabdi Setan 2 Communion. That he shares some picture and some teaser that to the film that will be released in this year. Okay, for the last thing is, what is your favorite film? And what is story about your favorite film? For my story, one of my favorite film from the last year is Dune. Its genre is science fiction, political, and action. It was film that was made by director Denis Villeneuve. The main star is Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya. The film has political, action, and other cultural things that made I love this film. During the experience that I saw on theater, the film is very good. The music is by Hans Zimmer that bring the film more realistic, and the cinematography is very good. And for this film, have 10 nomination on Oscar in this year. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you. And here are the reference. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so give applause for Mr. Kade. Wow, that's so amazing. I think we can come back to the question of what is your favorite film. Okay, so like I think this is the best question, not to be answered. Yeah. Okay, you can ask your friend what is your favorite film, and then also you can guys can give feedback for Mr. Kade for the presentation. Who want to answer first the question?
Answer the question or giving feedback?
You can do both.
Okay. First of all, I will give thumbs up for Mr. Kadek because it is one of my favorites. Like you present this topic very well, and I'm sorry I couldn't hear you well. What is your favorite film?
My favorite film is Dune, film from last year. The spelling is Dune.
Oh, the Dune. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the science fiction film that many people love it.
The location is on desert, right?
Yes, on desert, like yes, yeah, Arabical theme culture.
Yeah, it was a long movie. I watched that too, and yeah, it is a great film. But I just want to ask you, like, what drives you to present this topic? Like, what is your motivation, or what's your reason? And can you share with us who is your favorite actor, actress, and what is your favorite genre?
Okay, the reason for I presented this topic, yeah, because it's one of my hobbies or interests that I like. It's become my scaffolding from this field work. Just like you watch movie and take your time to enjoy the movie. And for my favorite actor, I don't really have specific actor, maybe just favorite director. Denis Villeneuve is one of my favorite director. Wes Anderson and Nicholas I forget Nolan. I forget what's the full name. Yeah, director Nolan. Their style for directing and storytelling of the film is that I like and very unique on style. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so like Mr. Novo, do you want to answer the what is it, the question for this one?
Well, actually, I have a bunch of favorite films, but I can say it is a child's play. It is Chucky doll, a doll that is possessed by human spirit. The doll likes to kill everyone, and yeah, it's an old movie, but I still watch it on YouTube.
See, so like, is the genre is horror kind of that thing? Like, like that? Oh, I see. I got it. Okay, so like, maybe from Mr. Kevin, like, up to Mr. Kevin Wicaksono or Kevin Alvin.
Okay, Mr. Kadek. Thank you for presentation. It's nice. Dune, ya?
Yeah.
Your favorite film? It's from Warner Bros. Like Batman.
I'm sorry. What?
Dune is from Warner Bros. Picture.
Oh yeah, Warner Bros. Picture.
Same like Batman ya.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite film from Indonesia?
Film Indonesia, okay.
And why?
In last year, I watched some great film from Indonesia like Uni and Rindu, seperti Rindu Dendam Harus Dibayar Tuntas. That two film has win.
It's new film.
That two film has had win to awards international. And when I saw on the theater, like it's very great storytelling and very meaningful. Like Uni is representing of the woman in junior high school that they have a limited choice is to go to marriage or you have to go to college, but it's with many obstacles and it's great representation in the film.
Okay.
For my Indonesian film.
Maybe like problem sehari-hari ya temanya. Apa bahasa Inggris itu?
Daily's problem.
Daily's problem.
Okay, Mr. Kadek.
What is
okay, Mr. Kadek?
Okay.
Pardon, what did you say, Mr. Kevin Ali?
I think the genre is slice of life.
Oh, slice of life. Okay, yeah, I see.
Of life or drama.
I see. But you know, like before we jump to Mr. Kevin Alim, like Mr. Kevin Wicaksono, you can answer the question first. Like, what is your favorite film? You can share with us.
My favorite film, maybe. Do you know Toy Story?
Yeah. Toy Story 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. From his child until he ready to college, and it's very sad for me.
When the short film is aired, I watch on situs Bajakan. I'm cry in the last version. It's very sad.
Oh yeah, that's the emotional. Yeah, that's right. I thought you are not cry, guys, because you are men. Okay, I see, I got it. Okay, so like we can jump to the Mr. Kevin Ali.
Thank you for the presentation. It's a nice talk. And then, yeah, before you bring this presentation, I didn't know that there is a first film. It's called Trip to the Moon. So I can know that that's the first film. So yeah, it's a nice talk. And maybe I wanna ask to you, Mr. Kadek, what is your opinion about illegal film?
My opinion about illegal film, yeah, it's about access that some people don't have to get the access of that film, and sometimes, yeah, the film is very limited way to distribute to viewers. Like some movies that available in bioskop, maybe 1 or 3 months again is available in Netflix or other streaming website. But for the illegal, yeah, I think it's just a business that yang nggak bakal habis juga sih. That many filmmaker is trying to trying to trying to against to defeat the illegal thing, just like making more streaming website for the film is available, like Netflix, Disney Plus, bioskop online, that you can have the choice to availability. But uh, kembali lagi ke penontonnya lagi sih, apakah dia akan memilih legalnya atau trying to watch legalnya.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Okay, so like you can answer the question like from Mr. Kadek.
Well, maybe my favorite films it's going to be yeah, there's a lot of my favorite film actually, but I refer to maybe it's Spirit Away. Yeah, it's a film from Japan. Yeah, maybe that's my favorite film until now.
Yeah, that's a great film and great director. Yeah, so many things. It's very great. So that's
I see, I see. I don't know, like Mr. Kevin is the biggest fan of Japanese. Yeah, everything about Japan, he likes it. Okay, so like this is my turn. Like I want to give feedback and also a question. First is the feedback. Like thank you for the beautiful presentation. It's I got new insight here about film and how to produce film itself. And then like I have like two questions. Maybe first is for Mr. Kade. No, I think you can answer all this. Like if you were a filmmaker, like do you have any idea about movie that you want to make? The first question. And then like the second question is what kind of the platform you like for streaming beside Netflix or Disney Plus, like the famous one? Maybe Mr. Kadek first can answer that. And then if anyone wants to answer, you can follow answer after Mr. Kadek. Okay.
Okay, maybe for if I filmmaker, what film that I will be made, maybe some documentary or history about Indonesia, because it's very limited in other country in America or in European, you can have many historical film that maybe some biopic of some people or other event that is very good, very good film adaptation. I remember like Saving Private Ryan. I don't know if it's actual movie or not, but it's very great representation of the war from that era. And second, for film streaming website, yeah, I'm just using Netflix and Disney Plus because I am subscribed to that website. Yeah, and I'm really, and even if I want to watch some film, maybe I can go to what's it called, bioskoponline.com or click film. But the method is not like subscribe just like Netflix, but you pay rent for some day to go to watch it. That's my answer for this.
Okay, I see. Like I have an extension question. Like I just remember right now before another have answered my question in the first and the second. Like the third question for me is like, do you agree that vlog, like video vlog, it can be become a film? We can say vlog equals to film. You agree or disagree for that?
I think vlog is like a blog, but with a medium of video. For the film, I don't think so. It's called film. Maybe just like blog that your daily life, but in the medium of video. For my opinion,
Okay, so you say you disagree, yeah, for that.
disagree.
Okay, I see. Okay, so like want to answer like my one until third question from me. I will repeat the question if you forget about it. Yeah, I asked so many things.
Yeah. So what's your first question?
Okay, like the first question, if you were a filmmaker, like do you have any idea movie that you want to make? And then like the second one is like kind of the streaming platform that you use beside Netflix or Disney Plus, or yeah, that's a famous one, right? And then like the third is can you say that video vlog is included in movie or film?
Okay. Well, if I had a chance to make film, since I am really into horror movie, I'd say that I'm gonna make anything related to horror. Uh, it it doesn't have to be a real story, because when I can make things up and then can freak people out, I think it's just amazing. And okay, streaming online on my phone. For the legal one, I have Disney Plus and video, and for the illegal one, of course, Telegram. I I watch illegal movie from that platform. And speaking of video blog or vlog, I don't know. I'm not an expert uh, when it comes to movie. Like uh, we need to know what the components to make a full or to make a whole movie. If the vlog actually meets the criteria, yeah, I think it can be considered as movie or film.
Okay, so like you can say it's like 50-50. It depends on the vlog. Okay, I see.
Because I'm not really sure.
Okay, I see, I see. Thank you. Yeah, you know, like Telegram, it helped a lot to watch the movie. Okay, so like from Mr. Kevin, who want to answer first, Mr. Kevin Lakchalna or Mr. Kevin Ali?
Sorry, Miss, the first question
Okay.
I cannot
Okay, yeah.
apa artinya?
Okay, so like if you were a filmmaker, you got it? If you were a filmmaker or director, do you have any plan or any idea movie that you want to make?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe I can make film. Apa ya? Film apa? Maybe like cartoon for kids, and maybe like Nusa. It's good for kids, and like that.
Nusa dan Rara ya.
Terus the second question apa tadi?
The second question is the streaming platform that you use beside Netflix or Disney.
Oh, I always streaming from my phone with Disney Plus.
Okay.
Because it's jadi satu semua paket apa tuh Indonesia?
Oh yeah, the Telkomsel.
Include.
Yeah, one package Telkomsel. I see.
And the third question, I think vlog is a mini video, maybe like documentary, and film is large resource, because film you must have like crew, like camera and property, and vlog on you only have kamu hanya butuh gitu your phone or your camera with yourself to describe sekitar.
I see, I got it. Like I have another question for Mr. Kevin Laksono only. Like, how can you know Nusa and Rara?
Yeah, I know.
Do you like it or you watch it?
Sometimes I watch it Nusa and Rara, or maybe I I see Doraemon until breakfast.
Oke. Oke, tes-tesnya itu masih tes ini ya. Child gitu ya. Oke. Baru tahu. Oke, Oke, good. Okay, but Nusa and Rara it's a good source for kids, you know, like it's deliver the Islamic things like that. Okay. You see. Okay, and then like the last is Mr. Kevin Ali.
Well, for the first question, I think I will make the documentary films. It's will be deliver about maybe education system, Indonesian education system. So I think it's the nice talk to talk or to bring it with the film, because actually Indonesia has a maybe a big problem for the education. So yeah, maybe if we bring it into the film, so the stakeholders will be catch it, and maybe they will think to make a restructuring our education system. So yeah, that's my thought. And then the second one, I used to watch in Netflix and also video. Yeah, and then maybe the third question, I think it will be match or will be can be considered to the film, because yeah, maybe it has a little similarity with documentary. So yeah, maybe one day it can be categorized as a film. So yeah, that's my thought.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you for the answer. I will stop the record first. Like, I just want to make some documentary, not documentary, but